Hello, today something a little bit different. I have noticed many people have really liked the video I did about gouache painting, so I thought I would do a little Let's Gouache. On a side note, sometimes I will take a very long time to read the comments. Sorry. It's almost as if I had a life or something. Ah, just kidding, I don't have one. Great. So yeah. This video, I will probably cut it in like 100 tiny bits of painting. So right now, what I'm doing is the furthest layer of background, because I'm kind of doing several layers of background, so, and it goes further and further down. So you have noticed this, I hope you have noticed, this is colored paper. I'm using this for many different reasons. The main reason is because I'm a lazy bastard. And the other reason is it has a very satisfactory result for relatively little effort. As I said, I'm a lazy bastard. And I think it's good to do it like this. Less effort. I like doing less effort. You should too. Yeah, I'm working on a children's book. This is one of the illustrations. Yeah, I've noticed the video I did about gouache was very popular. So yeah, let's see. I'll just be painting a bit here and comments on what I'm actually doing, and maybe you can learn something out of it. Or maybe you won't. Or maybe we will all die a painful and terrible death before anybody gets the chance to learn anything. That is always a possibility. It's not a nice one, but it's a possibility, you know. Yeah, that's life. Sometimes life is bad, sometimes life is nice, you never know. And sometimes cheese happens. Yes. Don't you know about that? Cheese. Cheese. I like cheese. Who doesn't like cheese anyway? Asian people often don't, because in China, well, it's not really part of the culture to eat cheese. So, okay, I'm answering my own questions there. Right, always good. I'm not listening to any music right now, so that's check the description below to have no link to the music I am not listening to right now. It's very useful, you see. Something I really had to do. La, la, la. There will be a character that will be here, but don't worry about that. Might look a little bit empty now, but it won't stay empty forever. I know you like minimalistic nothingness, I'm sure of it, but sorry, I will fill everything up. Nah. I will leave some parts of the painting empty. Not just because, well, it's more taxing to draw and takes a lot more energy. Also because let's stay focused and do what we need to do. Shan't we? I will probably have to stop after a relatively short amount of time, for the simple reason that gouache has longer drying times than watercolors. No, maybe not watercolors, but I will have to wait at several moments before I do another layer. So yeah, that goes very. Yeah, it's a little trick I'm using here. I am using very water washed out gouache for the furthest layer of the background, and this way it looks like it's very far because it's kind of takes the color of the paper. Just moving a little bit on my chair here. Very important noise, you see. It's a very important part of the creative work, you see, isn't it? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Okay. There will be a character coming here. So here I will be doing some grass. Science. Nah, that's not science. This is well, the book will be about a little witch character that is super cute, and she goes on adventure, and she meets new people, and friendship happens. Friendship is good. Friendship. We like ourselves some friendship. Okay, for the grass, as you see, I'm using wet in wet technique, like with a stone. The big advantage if you do it wet in wet is that it immediately has a very smooth feel to it. The disadvantage is you have to be pretty quick to do it, because obviously it dries. I don't know if it's more complicated or not. It's easier to have a smooth aspect with this technique, that's for sure. Generally, the rule when you're painting is, well, with gouache, is the brightest layer will be on top of everything. I'm kind of using a variation of it because I noticed for me the easiest way is to have background color, and the color pretty much everything will have once it's done. And it's actually a very thin layer. Then I add a layer with paint. the darkest part of the layer, like the shadows, obviously. Once the shadows are there, I will put some... No, sorry, I will sometimes just interrupt my flow of speech to focus on smaller elements. I will sometimes do short breaks, so to speak, to focus on one little part. No, that's not what I wanted to say. Where are you, brain? Come back to base. No, what I wanted to say is, first I will do the layer with the color, then the shadows. Then I go back at the medium color, essentially the same as before, but with a thicker layer, so that we get some smooth and nice effects. And at the end we get to the brightest color. So this is actually something that's, yeah, the way it's supposed to be. Yeah, sometimes it's okay to paint the way it's supposed to be, you know. But I will also come back to the painting, and with the darker color, see there, I will then put very, yeah, now we can see very small touches with my brush to make it pop out a little more. I will do it several times with darker colors, and brighter colors. Yeah, so today you're just witnessing grass and stones and stuff like that. I know, it's fascinating. So, you know, I don't want you to be sad and pathetic. Life is there for that. So, I will do the giant wolf, and this is going to be a lot more funny to watch. I mean, interesting. Zoom back. Very nice. I'm not in there actually. Yeah, I'm not. Come on, come on, come on, you could do it. Yes. There we go. As you see, I'm kind of doing line work in a way here. In a way. Here you see the giant wolf hiding behind the tree. Whoop. So this is probably going to be a bit reminiscent of speed painting techniques, I guess, on the computer. I don't know, I don't paint on the computer. I have actual paint to do that. It's more fun this way. So now I have diluted the same brush with the same color. Just put it in the water so that it's diluted. Because I'm now doing the shadow bit. And for the shadow I don't need to have the darkest color in the world, just a slightly darker one. And then I will use gigantic amounts of whites. It's a grey. He is grey in color, the wolf guy. But you know, if I do everything in black to get back at the grey, it's going to be a pain in the butt. Really. So you see white. First, yeah, it's not pretty at first. The curves and everything, it comes as you do it, so you have to add many layers. It's kind of the dirtiest layer now. And now what's interesting is because the first one I put was still wet, it mixes much more with the color I add. So I'm kind of doing the shadows in the same time as I do the main layer now. You kind of have to, you have to feel it, man, you know, you have to feel it. Yeah, do you feel it, bro? You feel it? But more seriously, just watch what the color of your paint is, and you notice, oh, I'm going where there was a lot of dark color, and now it's a darker gray, so I put it where a shadow is supposed to go. Easy as that. Easy as can be. Now it's very dark, you see? I put it where I want some shadows. And so on. Sometimes it's pretty easy, like, oop. See, immediately I get some nice plastic feeling out of that. Yeah, the video will probably be about 20 minutes long, I guess. Maybe more, I don't know. I think it will be a pain to upload. But you have to suffer for your art, isn't it? Do you have to suffer? I don't know. I have a lot of fun painting, so when I'm drawing, it's not like I'm suffering. It's everything around me that is suffering as a direct result. Because you have stuff where you just are not as interested anymore, like social life. And several things in everyday life feel just like nuisance that keeps you away from what's important. I mean, the tasks you know have to be done. you kind of do that. You know, cleaning your house sometimes, just have to do it. And that's it's hard to get it in, yeah, make it frame a little bit more properly this time. Yeah, once this will be dry, yeah, I will do this layer now completely, and then we're done with the video, okay? Once we are done with that, I will cut there and probably come back and show some extra detailing, and then we will be done, okay? Don't answer that. It's just a video on the internet. You won't have a direct response from me. Or maybe I will respond to your comments if you leave one. I'm not entirely sure I will read it, but you know, it's. The thing is, I'm not very well known. I'm not known at all. To be brutally honest, on the internet, so I haven't really have problems with trolls so far. The weirdest things I've had were people asking if I could do free art. This is always I don't know. Oh, yeah, they're trying to use you. Like, oh yeah, you're an artist, can you draw my OC? Do you do requests? Yes, paid requests. Because I'm a professionally do. I want to earn my life with that because this is what I want to do. I don't want to earn money just to be rich or out of greed. I want to earn money so that I can really do painting and drawing as much as I need to and as much as I want to, and hopefully do some creative processes that people will like. So we are getting close with our little wolf guy there. Up. Yeah, because the paint is still wet, I just I have put on at some moments some darker paint and mixed it on with the layer I just added. It's not something you're supposed to do, but because we are working wet in wet paint, it works quite well. Yeah, he's hiding behind a tree. He's very good at it, isn't it? Little wolf guy. It's a bad giant wolf. Bad wolf. This was for fans of Doctor Who. Yeah, then there is the tail. We come here. This was not the color where I needed it to go. Yeah, I think it's nicer if we do the wolf. So this way we will have some background, but also some character and some thick layers and some thin layers. So kind of a little bit of everything. It's the dark layer. I'm taking the paint off, mixing some extra paint now. And now I'm mixing the dark layer a bit more with the color I've just put. This is both the hardest part and the nicest one, because it's not easy to do, but it's fun. And so it's very nice to do despite being, well, you really have to be focused. But painting is something you have to be focused. Yeah, that's obviously. That depends. If you want to earn money really and be a professional artist, it's more important to come up with some artistic project that is, about the evils of society. I don't know, something bullshit. Good bullshit. Much text, much text. It's not important to do something that's actually good. It's important to be able to tell the people why it's good. But luckily, I'm an illustrator, so it's different. We're just trying to paint out what we want to paint out. There is a message in the story, of course, but it's not one you will need 500 analysts and art critics to find out, because that's just silly. I like silly, but this is not my kind of silly. My kind of silly is more. Mm-hmm. Oh, there's so much. Just read my webcomic and you will see. Link in the description below! As usual. Alright, getting there. So this would be the basic layer. On a side note, of course, stretch the paper before you start. Before you start painting, stretch the paper. I did a video about that quite a certain time ago. I will put the link in the description below. Okay, now it's looking like nothing and like crap. So I will zoom a little bit in, and so we, like this. Okay, so we'll focus on just on the foot, kind of a detail painting, kind of, because I'm not going to do everything. Oh, will I? Oh, this is a question. You see, cheap technique, but I really works well. It's when the front of your brush is filled with painting, like this, by just holding it like this, you will put the paint, a lot of paint where the tip is and much less where the rest of the brush is. This is nice for watercolors in general. Right now I'm more modeling, so to speak. I'm leaving it a little bit. I'm not doing a absolute perfect oil painting with absolute perfect plastic results here. This is a children's book. I want to keep the the really painted aspect, so that people can see that it was handmade, and it has a certain charm. And my publisher really prefers to have it that way too. It's not just me. Many people draw with the computer nowadays. So if you are an illustrator and you want to be different than the others, on the computer you really have to be superb with it to be different. I have seen illustrators, well, comic artists, who use the computer extremely well, and yeah, it can be a great tool. But don't force yourself using the computer. I've been told, yeah, you have to you have to be able to use a computer when you paint, because everybody wants to know that the drawings are computer generated and ugly and shit. But it's not true. Not everybody wants that. And if you don't want that, don't force yourself doing that. And then you won't find any job for the next decade. Oops, downward note. Okay, zoom out. This is what we have done now for this video, and I will let it dry and we'll see if we get back to it. Probably, yeah. If it's today, I don't know, but we will get back to it. See you.